Welcome to the Weekly Advertiser and Meritron Financial Group's question and answer video series, where you have the opportunity to have your financial questions answered. Today's question looks at the complex area of superannuation. So here it is. Very simply, when can I access my superannuation? Well, look, thanks very much for sending the question. Now, this should be a very simple question, but like many other superannuation rules, it's never quite that simple. Now I'll start with the basics. Once you reach the age of 65, you have full access to your superannuation, whether you're working or not. For those that haven't reached 65, you need to consider what your preservation age is. So a quick explanation of the term preservation. It means that your superannuation cannot be accessed and is preserved till you meet a condition of release, which is generally retirement. Now these things it's where it gets a little bit tricky, where we need to work out what your preservation age is. For those born prior to the 1st July 1960, your preservation age is 55. And over the next few years, up to the age to the 1st of July 64, the preservation age slowly increases up to the age of 60. The idea here is to make people work longer, contributing taxes to the government and building their superannuation funds for longer, so they'll be less reliant on the government payments. Now, to have full access to your superannuation, you not only have to reach your preservation age, but you also need to meet a condition of release, which is essentially where you retire after reaching your preservation age, with no intention of returning back to the workforce. Or, as mentioned before, once you reach age 65. From the 1st July 2005, a new condition of release was introduced known as the transition to retirement. There are no work or retirement tests to have access to your superannuation under this condition. However, you are limited to a maximum pension of 10% of the fund balance each year. There is a number of tax-efficient strategies when using the transition to retirement rules, but this is a topic for another day. There are other options to access your super earlier than the ages above, but you need to meet one of the following conditions. You need to be permanently incapacitated, qualify on the grounds of severe financial hardship, have a terminal medical condition, or have been granted release by the Department of Human Services on compassionate grounds. Now, accessing your super on these grounds is extremely difficult and should not be seen as a viable option to fix short-term money troubles. Thank you for sending in your question, and thank you for taking the time to listen. If you have your own question you'd like answered, please go to our website and submit your question there. Now remember, we do not use anyone's name when answering these questions, so your personal details are fully protected. And also please remember that this information is general information only. If you require personal financial advice, please speak to a financial advisor that takes your specific details into account. Thanks very much for listening. We'll see you next week.